So now I'm gonna try and get hit by the car. All right, so I'm here at a busy parking lot and I'm gonna see if my car can actually come find me. All right, I'd say that works. All right, so I'm walking to the other side of the parking lot. We're gonna see if the car can follow me to the other side of the parking lot. Let's give it a shot. So it actually shows me the path that it's going to take on the phone. It already knows that it has to go around these islands and it's avoiding all of the spots with cars in them. So, I mean, that's wild. It must be using the map data in order to find a route to get here, which means that it has to use satellite mapping to know where I am in the park. It's just, this is crazy. I mean, I don't think it would work in a parking lot, but. So, I mean, it can use the camera. It can use its ultrasonic sensors to make sure that it doesn't bump into anything. And it must be using Google Maps data in order to figure out where it's going. So it seems a little concerned, but I mean, look at the speed of that. It really looks confident. I mean, it looks like a driver, if maybe a little timid. So it knew to come around the island, and I mean, this is amazing. I'm holding this in my hand, and it's my car. And it couldn't do this a week ago. It couldn't do this yesterday. All right, so it's cutting in. So it's altered the route since it started. I mean, come on, this is cool. If it was raining and I didn't mind waiting, this is perfect. There it is, summon complete. How about that? How about that? All right, now what I want to do is I want to send it. I want to send it into a parking spot. I want to see if it's even feasible. I'm gonna see if I can put it over there. What I like is I press the button. That's way faster than even regular summon used to be. So this is already faster. And like, that's a speed that I would want it to travel at. And again, it's that is the point. I mean, that is pretty much exactly where I sent it to. Look, it's not supposed to park it. It's just supposed to bring it to you. And then it's your job to park it. But I mean, this is crazy. I can send it wherever I want. And I mean, that speed is really good. So now I'm gonna try and get hit by the car. Wow! That's what I want it to do. That's exactly what I want it to do. And then it keeps going once I left. So if you're in a parking lot, I tried to get hit and it didn't hit me. That's awesome. Oh, hey. I don't want any trouble. Goes around me. Oh, I love how quiet that thing is. That's awesome. I don't need to drive my car anymore.
Wait, what are you doing?
What? I am out of here. Okay? What? You don't need to worry about it. I will ta-ta! I shall see you later. Driver, take me away. I'm gonna give it a self-driving car. Help! Help! It's driving me. I'm never driving anywhere again. This is as fast as I'm going. Hang on, I'll come back. This is amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing. The only problem is I can't can't get a Snapchat story of me doing this. All right, so let's take a look at some of the features of version 10. We've got the entertainment system, which comes with Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, and the Tesla tutorials. I've got YouTube all set up, and this is awesome.
Hey everybody, I'm Zach. And I'm Jesse.
I
You're
mean-
watching In Depth.
Come on. How cool is that? As soon as you tap the screen, you can adjust the volume, you can adjust the temperature in the car. You can even adjust the brightness, whether you want it higher or lower, so you can have it nice and dim, whatever floats your boat. And then, yeah, navigation is just regular old YouTube. And it even saved my setting to have it be dark mode, which I really like. We got Netflix and Hulu. We didn't even know we were going to get Hulu. And then Tesla tutorials. These aren't anything fancy. These are just, oh, here's the gear selection for the Model 3. Which you should probably already know how to use if you've been driving the car for a while. Now we head over to arcade mode. Of course, we have all the games that we know and love, like, Missile Command and Chess and Beach Buggy Racing 2. But now we get Cuphead, which is really awesome. So, I bought this game controller for like $11 on Amazon, and it works just as well as you would hope it would. So, and again, at any time you can adjust the volume. Ow. All right, so with music, we now have Spotify, which is really awesome because in the United States, we haven't had Spotify. So you have your library of songs. So, I can just, head over to whatever artists, whatever stations, whatever playlists I have. Then you can also head over to featured playlists, which will be things that, Spotify wants to show you. Obviously, you have new releases. You can do genres and moods. You can also ask for music. Play We Got Sunny. And so instead of it starting like a slacker radio station where it may or may not play the song you just asked it to play, you can play the song. Just like that. Right next to Spotify, you may notice Karaoke. So you click on that. It's got all of these different genres. Basically, it doesn't have all the music in the world because they had to produce some kind of content for this. But basically, you can choose from many different varieties of pop and rock and even some public domain things that we could show you. Let's see if we go back to before 1950 and public domain. The Ants Go Marching. See? This obviously is not the song that you're going to want to be performing, but this is again just an example of what you can do. But they have Disney, they have all the songs that you'd actually want to sing. You can shut off them singing so you can sing yourself. Boom, 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 the ants go marching 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah, the ants go marching. Yeah, just like that, great. You can also, if you know the whole lyrics, you can listen as you drive. But you can't play karaoke when you're driving, although the passenger can. Oh, Tesla, you sly dog. They've also added some new map improvements. So if you go to navigate, you'll see instead of just home and work, you can look for I'm feeling hungry or I'm feeling lucky. So I'm feeling lucky. The Boston Museum of Fine Arts. So this is near me, roughly. It's within a typical drive, I would say. So you can either navigate, you can call to see if they're open. It says that they're open. I haven't tested out whether, it'll find places that are only open. We'll have to find out. It'll also let you go to the website itself, which gets into the next option here, which is that everything on the map now is a smart point. Let's, for instance, say, I don't want to go to the Museum of Fine Arts. I want to go to the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum. I could either navigate, call, or go to their website. So if I wanted to just go to their website, I could go to their website in just a few seconds. Even with sound, you get sound on the website. This is a huge improvement, because before you would see all of these dots and you wouldn't be able to say like, oh, that place looks good. Let's go to the hospital. Let's go to their website. All right, we can also look for, I'm feeling hungry. So it's going to find a restaurant that's pretty near to me. Hey, that's pretty near to me. If I don't like that one, you just hit I'm feeling hungry again. And it'll find, other restaurants. These ones are actually a lot closer than the I'm feeling lucky. I think the I'm feeling lucky is supposed to take you to somewhere that's nearby-ish. As you can see, if I were to navigate there, it's about a 45-minute drive. So I think what it's doing is it's trying to get you, out of your comfort zone with the I'm feeling lucky, but the I'm feeling hungry is always nice and nearby. All right, so one of the new modes that they just added is Joe mode. And basically what this does is you turn it on, and you could read it here. Enabling Joe mode reduces the volume of your car's chimes. The quieter chimes continue to alert the driver effectively and minimize disruption to passengers in the rear seats. Example, Joe's kids. So, I've just turned on Joe mode. That means that, when the car tells me things, it's going to be a lot quieter. So let's just do a quick example. That was trying to get into autopilot when autopilot is not available. Joe mode's nice because it's actually going to quiet things down. It's not necessarily going to wake up your kids as frequently. They've also made an update to Sentry mode and dash cam. Basically, it's going to cull through and delete files that you haven't specifically marked. The way that you would mark it is while you were driving, you'd come up and tap the camera button. I don't have it on right now because I don't have the USB stick in there. It's going to go through and delete your oldest Sentry mode files, which is going to be cleaning up space on the drive, which means that you don't manually have to clean out the space, which is going to be convenient. And it means that basically, if you walk up to your car and there's a dent in it, you're going to be checking your Sentry mode footage right away. You're not going to be like driving somewhere with the stick still in the car. So the visualization on the highway has changed. You can see where the lane lines are lane lines. So if I disengage autopilot for a second, you can see that it actually looks like the highway that I'm driving on. It knows, what parts are outside of the highway and which parts are part of the highway. So it's no longer just a bunch of lines. It's actually, the dotted lines of the lane lines. I'm going to tell it to go and take a left. It sees that there's the car there, and it's showing the visualization, and it's actually centered it onto where the car is going. And if I wanted to, I could zoom out, and it could actually see the cars behind me. That's a really cool view of what's going on. So now if I wanted to take that right lane change again, turn on my right blinker, it would actually show me from this position, what that would look like. So now it sees an extra lane on the right because that's an exit lane, and I can switch over to it. That visualization, I must say, makes me feel a lot more comfortable. It knows what the car needs to do, and it's showing that to me. And so that makes me feel so much better. Like those lane changes, those are the first time I've ever done it. That made me feel so much more comfortable. All right, and I'm coming off the highway and it's automatically braking. I don't know if it sees the cars way out ahead of me or it just knows that the highway is ending. I don't know. It's pulling up to the stop sign as I would. Like, this is all extremely controlled. That's like chauffeur level style of driving. Like, you didn't even feel it almost stop there. Wow. That's crazy. And it just updated the speed limits. What is going on? It's driving the car itself. After that exit went so smoothly, I want to see how this handles just... this is the worst roundabout turned into an even worse roundabout in the history of this state. So I want to see how it handles it. Seems to be handling it pretty well. It sees the cars in front of us. That was a little bit more deacceleration than I would do, but that's not bad. That was some pretty spirited acceleration. Seems that's pretty fine. See if it knows what to do here. That's what I do anyway. Let's get a little freaked out. Oh, I took it out because I needed to get it into this lane. But I'm gonna throw it back in. Okay, so I'm throwing it back in. It's getting on the highway. Merged lanes successfully. I don't know. I'm just throwing it in. I'll set it to the speed limit of the highway. That'll help. So now I'll put on my blinker. It's getting on the highway. It's on the highway. Wow. It seems to be doing just fine. I mean, it even sees cars coming up from behind me, and it shows me them. Now, it doesn't show the car directly behind me. I think that might be because he has his headlights on, and so he doesn't have a very good silhouette. But the cars in my left lane definitely are showing up. And the cars very far away from me, very far out ahead of me, because I'm not going very fast, are also showing up. I mean, this, even if it doesn't help you accomplish anything, what this does is it makes me feel so much more secure about the car. I mean, it can see that lane change that just happened way out ahead of us. All right, so another thing you can do with the app is control the windows. So you can set the windows to vent. This rolls down the windows just a hair. You can only stick your fingers in, as you can see, just like that. You can set them to close. And now this works, right, regardless of what the windows were doing before. These are smart windows. So now I have it wide open, and oh my gosh, it's beginning to rain. So now with my app, close. There's no delay. I can't get over the fact that there's no delay and that this would probably work from anywhere in the world. You can see what's going on with your car. You can see the interior temperature. You could see from inside work or your house that the car is 110 degrees inside because it's so hot out. But you could see that the air temperature was 90 degrees because, you know, it's a hot day, but it's not 110 out. So you could vent the car first, and then you could turn on the air conditioning before you leave, which would save just, you know, a little bit of power. There's so many awesome possibilities. This update is amazing.
Thanks so much for watching Now You Know. We work hard to bring you videos about things that we think you'll find useful, but we need to know from you what you want to see, so leave your comments below. Also, don't forget to go over to our Patreon page, where for as little as $1 a month, you can watch our Patreon bonus story every week on Tesla Time News. Thanks again. We'll see you soon.